Welcome to another episode of As Told by Millennials.
Y'all better come up here and get one of these. That's too damn bad. And it's really very simple. Y'all better come up here and get one of these.
What the hell is going on?
Hey, welcome back, y'all. How are y'all?
What's up? What's up?
Not
How's
bad.
everybody?
I'm
What?
good.
I'm good, good. How about y'all?
Well,
Definitely doing fine.
I'm here.
Well, welcome back to another episode of As Told by Millennials. Another day here in America. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. There will be, if you go to our Instagram, As Told by Millennials, there will be a link tree to our website. Be sure to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and make sure you subscribe wherever you're listening to podcasts. We would really appreciate it. Um, we're back here for another episode, guys, on the cusps of seeing Queen Mother Beyonce in Dallas for the Renaissance World Tour. And we'll go more into that a little bit later on in the show. But how are you guys? Where are you mentally today?
Uh, Mentally today, I would say I'm probably about an 8.2. Everything's good. Just resting out now. So, but overall, I'm in a good headspace. You know, excited.
Good, good. That's good. David, what about you?
I am actually at I would say about a 9. I'm a little bit under the weather still. I think I started getting a little cold or something like that on Thursday morning. So just kind of, getting myself back to myself.
What about you,
That's
Nick?
good. I'm probably at an 8 or a 9. I feel pretty good. Um, and everything is good. I had a good time out there with you guys. Um,
Even though it was
the
short
concert
lived.
was great. I was glad to get back home, even though you guys don't seem to be happy about that. I was glad to get back home. I had some things that I needed to do today, and I was able to get those done. And, everything is good. So I am appreciating being in this space for as long as I'm able to be here. Um, but yeah, here we are again. I'm glad everybody's doing well, David. I hope you get to feeling better. Um, and we can move right along into our happy hour section of the episode. Denzel, what's going on?
Well, just the usual stupidity of rich people. Starting off, we're going to talk about Mr. Kenneth Petty um, sending threats online while being on probation,
Who
and
is
Who is
that?
that?
uh, that's Nicki Minaj's husband.
Oh, nothing.
Oh, okay.
So he got online with his little goon friends or whatever. They were somewhere out in the streets of New York looking for Offset due to something that happened. I guess some
I
type
thought he
of
couldn't leave the
issue.
state.
I don't know. Well, maybe he got special privileges or something. I don't know. Well, I know
Well, now
now
he
he
can't leave the front yard.
maybe he can't even go to the front yard. But yeah, he was out with his little friends or whatever, talking about Offset. I guess something that happened at the VMAs, and sending out threats talking about while Offset is planning the vacation, he might be planning a funeral. And I was like, that is kind of crazy. knowing the situation that you're in, and also even if you wasn't like on probation or something like that, you're still the husband of Nicki Minaj, just a brand. So you're a representation of her. So look, I didn't know he was 45 years old around doing that crap. But
45.
yes, he is an old one. But yeah, so that happened, and shortly after, the judge slammed those 120 days on house arrest on him real quick, and we have yet to be hear anything from him.
Hmm. Interesting.
But yeah, but Nicki, once
It's
that
not
happened,
really.
Nicki Minaj. Once that happened, Nicki Minaj, she tried to do her normal like bait and switch. She went on live radio to try to, I guess, distract, but it didn't
Are
work.
they still doing that mess? Will they just give her the microphone and let her
I was
scream?
really about to say, is she really still doing that show?
And then, yes, she did. It didn't make that situation any better because she looked like she was on some type of something. She was on something the way she was acting. But yeah,
Tragic.
it's very.
Hmm.
Isn't he a sex offender? Isn't that his particular crime? He's a sex offender, right?
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, he went to jail
Hmm.
for murder too. I think.
Huh?
I think he went to jail for murder as well.
For murder. Hmm.
Mm. Yep, 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 yep. And
Interesting.
in other news, there's allegedly that what's the reggae? Oh, I don't even know if that's reggae, but the African artist, whatever the woman named Tim's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, allegedly she's pregnant by Future.
Oh, I did. I think I did remember seeing something about that. Um,
Well, I'm gonna ask this question: Why is why are they significant? Who is Tim's?
Teams is the girl that sings that little popular song. I don't even know the words of it. I just know the melody of it. You probably know it
I
when you
will
hear
wait for
it.
you. She on a Future song. I will wait for you.
Oh, well, maybe that's how it happened. I don't know any woman in their right mind that would still get pregnant by Future, though.
Yeah, he like a nothing ass daddy already as it is.
Hmm. Speaking of that, relationships starting. Let's talk about some that ended. We have Remy Ma and Papoose has separated.
Now,
What?
I just asked y'all when I was out there if Remy Ma had left that. I mean, if Papoose had left Remy Ma yet, and nobody said anything. And now I'm hearing that he has. Did she cheat on him?
Yeah, that's what's being alleged. It
I
came
don't. I
out.
don't know where I got that from. I probably just remember hearing it or seeing it in like a clip or something that she had cheated on him.
It came out. It came up in spotlight when Remy Ma was attending a battle rap session or something where they go to rap or whatever, and one of the battle
Hmm.
rappers started going off on the other rapper about being Remy Ma's side dude, and Papoose beating him up and stuff like that. So it came out there,
Wow.
right? So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Then also, Taina Taylor and Ayman Shepherd, whatever he said, German Shepherd man, they not together.
That girl's name is Tiana. First of all,
Miss Taylor and Mr. German Shepherd are no longer together, like I said.
Iman, Tiana, Tiana and Iman. Um,
Mm,
I actually really like them.
I like them together too. But maybe they didn't like each other well enough.
Maybe so.
there's another couple too that are separated too. I don't know who it was, but yeah. Oh, also, did you see Halle Berry go off on Drake about using her picture on his as a
I'm
cover
not
for
going
his
to
song?
necessarily say that she went off, but she did let him know that she was not a fan of him using her image without consulting with her,
Well, he did
which
to
is
Southern.
interesting.
No. That's why she was mad. She said he did ask and she told him no.
Oh, well, see,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I would definitely be mad too then.
Because one of the
That's not cool.
somebody on the shade room had come in. Well, why is you mad? It's like a picture you took at Nickelodeon. She's like, because I said no. That's why. I was like, well, oh, she's mad about that shit.
Well, I would be mad too. I mean, I feel like as celebrities, they already have, an expected loss of privacy. And so when you do something like that after you specifically told somebody no, I feel like it's just, it just shows that you're not respecting her wishes and her boundaries.
Especially being somebody in the industry just as well as she is. You would be mad if somebody put your picture on something like
He would
in
be
private.
upset if somebody asked to take a picture of Adonis and put it across something after he said no.
Right.
Well, she need to be trying to get every dollar she can after she done foolishly let this man take off everything she got.
Baby, he taking her for a lot, but he ain't taking her for everything she got.
She should have just gave him
Halle Berry is one
everything.
of the most well paid actresses ever, black or white.
Really?
Yes, she is. So he's taking a lot from her, but he ain't taking everything.
At this point,
Even with that.
everybody will have to sign an NDA and a doggone prenup. I don't care. We ain't dating. If you come to bring my mail to me, you gotta sign a prenup. Y'all motherfuckers find some way to get some money out of me somehow.
Mm-mm.
If I were to
Yeah.
ever get to that level, I just don't know. I mean, well, I already don't really just know how I feel about marriage as an institution. But if I got to that level of success and wealth, I definitely don't know if I would feel the need or, ever want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd rather be like what's her name, Oprah and Stedman. They just kind of coexisting.
Do their own little
That
thing.
way, when you decide you don't want to be around anymore, you take your ass on, and I ain't got to be, worried about if I'm gonna have to give up everything I got.
That's my reason I feel like Nicki Minaj can't get rid of that man she with
But
because
she should have knew better.
yeah, but she can't get rid of him because for one, what Mama Joy said. Have you ever heard of accustomed to living?
Heard of what?
Accustomed to living.
Oh yeah,
So if he leave, you got to make sure his life stay the same, baby. And then you got a child by him.
yeah,
Mm,
fool.
big
But I don't know. But the people love Nicki Minaj, so
foolishly. And to wrap it up, we have some new albums that came out this week. I don't know if you guys got a chance to hear it. I don't think you guys are fans of these people anyway. But K Michelle came out with her new album called "I'm the Problem." It's a nice album. I listened to it. Got a couple of little bops on it. I think this is her last album that she had to make under her label contract. So after that, she's free to do whatever she wants. So I
Do
think this
y'all
is she.
remember Internet Sensation? I used to love this series, Got to Be Real.
hmm
And
Mm-hmm.
that was this, I can't remember what episode it was on, but it was when they brought Diana Ross on. And Patti LaBelle was like, nobody's worried about Diana Ross. She's talented sometimes. And so when you brought up you said y'all are not even a fan of these people, and you said K Michelle, I was like, I like K Michelle. She puts out a good song sometimes.
Well, yeah. K Michelle released her album, and then also we have Doja Cat. She released her Scarlet album, which
Is that the
is
little demonic girl that people were talking about?
yeah, never.
the album is a bop, baby. I don't care what y'all say, baby. It's been
Mm.
bumping all day today over here.
The you said Doja Cat.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't coming up there.
You ain't came up here this far. This my last album. I ain't worried about it.
You probably been up in that house playing Doja Cat. Letting, spirits run all around through the other reason I ain't been back.
Yeah, yeah. But
I don't know. She just kind of shocked me with this. She shocked me with this whole like playing with the devil stuff.
and with me looking at it and really like seeing like listening to a lot of people talk about it, I kind of see what they're saying. Like when she was doing the other music, people were saying that she couldn't rap, and like people don't really listen to what she's saying. They only look at the looks and stuff like that because it was an issue with her hair and all that stuff. And if you took if you would have taken the video away from the song Demons, you would have never saw the song as that.
Mm,
So I see it as a song like how Michael Jackson did Thriller, where it's not like compared to like I'm just talking about the concept where it was like a haunted movie type video. So I don't see it that way, but people, how people
mm.
do. It just
Cleo Soul also released a new project. I don't know if either of you are familiar with her, but she makes really good music.
I saw that. I haven't listened to. I was.
Yes.
I haven't listened to
I really like this project. I like all of her work honestly. But I really did like this project. It's nice.
And yeah, I did like the Diddy album though. Did
I did like
Yeah,
the Diddy album. The Diddy album was really, really good.
I enjoyed that.
Can you
And it
name
also
a
put me
favorite?
onto some new people that I had never heard of that I want to check out based on their performance on that album. It was really
Yeah,
good, yeah.
Jazzy Girl. She was really good. Jazzy or Jazzy, whatever.
Also, if you like R&B music, T.A. Thomas just dropped his debut album called "Caught Between Two Worlds," and it's pretty good. He's a fellow classmate of mine from Jackson State. Put out some really good work. It was produced by um DJ Camper, who produced Brandy's last album.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, pretty good
T.A.
work.
Thomas.
T.A. Thomas.
I hope it does
Is
well.
that the same? Is that the same guy that did that? Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, well, that wraps up.
I probably would listen to him if he would stop changing his name so much.
I know, right?
What was his name first? 'Cause that's what I'm thinking. He looked familiar.
Terrence. And then it was something else.
What's up with the rebrand and what did he do to have to change his
Caught
name?
in between two worlds. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I ain't gonna listen to tonight and fall asleep. If it's good, I'll go to sleep. If it don't, I'll
I've
keep listening.
always been a fan of his voice. It's just, um, the material. I feel like it's hard nowadays to get decent material for singers and different artists,
Hmm.
especially if you're not writing your own music.
Absolutely.
I mean, I feel like the music scene is about to come back. So we'll see what else this year has in store for us, musically wise. So
Yeah. We didn't really get hit hard this summer like I was expecting or like I'm used to. I'm used to summer bringing out a lot of new, fresh music. And even though we got that, it just wasn't to the expectation that I thought it was going to be.
but it was too hot to do anything this summer. Well, that wraps up our section about.
Happy, it's our happy hour.
I was gonna say something else. Oh, I had to
Sad,
stop myself from
sad,
yelling that
sad.
one. Yeah. All right, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
It's festival season, and planning for faster, more efficient hydration is essential. Liquid IV has you covered while you prepare for a night out with the crew or recover from Sunday Fun Day. Liquid IV hydrates 2 times faster than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks. Get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use as told by millennials at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop for better hydration today using promo code as told by millennials at liquidiv.com.
Welcome back, welcome back. This is going to be our in great detail section, and we have decided to devote this section on this episode to our Renaissance experience of seeing Beyonce in Dallas. The pros, the cons, the good, the bad, everything we liked and we did not like about the Renaissance Concert Dallas show. So, just overall feelings. How do we feel? How did we feel about the concert?
I feel great. I feel like all my problems in life have been answered. And, smooth sailing for me.
Good. I'm glad that's the way you feel. David, how about you?
Um, I thought it was an amazing show. It blew me away. I hated that she was an hour and a half late. Because most of us were there early, well before 8 o'clock. Walked 16 miles to get there. Um, but the show itself was a great experience.
And we're not really going to say she was late. We're just going to say that the person that did the flyers printed the wrong time. So,
I feel like it was a wonderful show. I'm very, very pleased and very glad that I went because up until probably Sunday, Monday, or whatever, I was still very up in the air about whether or not I was going at all.
Hmm.
Even though I had paid for the ticket and everything, I was still very up in the air about whether or not I was going because I really just didn't feel like it, honestly. Um, but I'm very glad I went. I'm glad I seized this opportunity because I don't know if I would have ever gone to see Beyonce had my good and dear brother Denzel had not secured these wonderful tickets. Really, we had really good seats. So I'm glad I went. I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the singing. In my opinion, there is no argument to be made ever again that Beyonce cannot sing. Um,
mm,
she came, vocally rested, prepared, and she came to do her good singing. She came, to be a singer and to remind people that she is a singer, in the long list of her many titles. So I I'm very pleased with the show. I am not a fan of the hour and a half wait, but that's just because I'm impatient and I don't like waiting for anything. Um, after the show was over, my problems were still there waiting on me. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what Denzel did that I didn't do. Um, After the show, I was still tired. I was still hungry. All my problems were still there. So um, but it was a good show. It was. Now I will say, once the show started, oh, we were in for it. There was not a break to be had once the show started. The intermissions were very short, and even though she was not on stage, there was still some sort of entertainment going on. So I was thankful about that. Um, but it was a great show to me. What about y'all? Did y'all have a favorite performance, a favorite song?
well, let me just say this: for a event this size and with this amount of people that were attending, it was very organized. There was plenty of parking. There were spots left over. When we got to the gate, we were able to, scan our ticket and go straight in. Even at the concession stands where the food and stuff, the vendors, they moved swiftly, even though the food was like, pre-cooked. Everything was smooth sailing I was expecting a lot more of like traffic. I was expecting a lot more standing in line. It was none of that. So I was happy with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we definitely experienced more of a hang up at the K Michelle concert than we did at Beyonce concert. I mean, we like you said, we really just walked up to the gate, scanned our tickets, walked right in, got food, found our seats, sat down, still had a lot of time left over. So it was very well organized from a producer standpoint, or for
Even
whoever.
leave food.
Yeah, even leaving, we didn't sit in a lot of traffic, and I think a lot of that is contributed to, of course, the city of Dallas and the city of Arlington, for organizing, the aspects that they could. Um, I'm sure there's like a disaster management team on staff and all that kind of stuff. So just when you look at just the way it was organized, from the smallest person sweeping trash to the show itself, very well done. And I mean, I don't think that's contributed to Beyonce, but the experience itself was really not that bad.
Mhm. Now for songs, Mama
Thank
came
you.
out singing "Dangerously in Love," and I was through then. Like that rendition of it, like the change of the beat was everything for me. And then like
First note.
it was everything. Like I somebody was tearing up over there, but I held out through the first song. So, but when she hit that "I Care," yeah, it was over then. It was over then for me.
That bitch was singing.
She made David and Denzel cry.
Y'all know I got allergies.
If we're gonna talk about
No,
it, let's talk about it.
I was not feeling well. I was sick.
But man, I was just so amazed. And you could tell that she's on like the end portion of her tour, almost over. So you could tell that she's kind of like this is like it's time, wearing her out. So, but Mama came out there. She did what was needed to be done. Blue came out, popped her little thing, went on back. It was great though. Like the even the audience, the involvement of like the fans and stuff, like singing along. Like I think at one point in time, like there was something wrong with the mic, and the fans took it up, and it was like we kept on moving. Like there was no hiccups, like where it was just obvious, like dang, she messed up on something. Like she's a pro, and then when it's out of her hands, her fans took up for
I I had several I guess you can call them favorite moments and performances, which um I just recently, maybe within the last year or two, just started listening to Beyonce's catalog like heavy and going into like her I guess you would call them deep cuts, the ones that don't get like the major radio play. So this was really, really good for me to see a lot of these performances live. Um, I liked I Care because I've just always been a fan of that song because I feel like a lot of times, you know how you have like, those pretty singers. A lot of times Beyonce is, I think people kind of classify her as one of those pretty singers with not a lot of depth to her voice.
it.
And on I Care, she gives you a lot of depth. She gives you that agility. She gives you that growl and that grunge to her voice that she can have. And she may do it on some other songs, but I feel like on I Care, there's a certain maturity to her voice that I really appreciate compared to like Destiny's Child and Crazy in Love Beyonce. Like there's a lot of maturity to her voice. There's a lot of her voice is a little deeper, a little heavier. And so I really, really did like that. I really was surprised that she did like not that she did like a tribute to Tina Turner, but I was surprised that she chose River Deep Mountain High because
Yeah,
that is a very good song. That's a singer's song because a lot of Tina's song is are upbeat and fast paced and just real rock and rollish like. But that was a really, really good song, so I really liked that. Of course, I liked Cuff It. Um, because
She
I
did a
just like, huh?
I said she did a cover of Mary J. Blige as well.
Yeah, that wasn't my favorite though. Um, there was just several moments throughout the show that I really really enjoyed. I've always been a fan of Love on Top. I love the audience participation in Love on Top and how we just sang and sang and sang for like almost 5 or 10 minutes straight. And the mute challenge, Dallas, I feel like we did an excellent job on the mute challenge. Everybody says that Atlanta is still the winner of the mute challenge. Didn't know it's a competition, but if you need to be first, then go ahead, take it. Um,
There's a guy on TikTok, and he was at the Dallas show, and he was with his mom. And when the mute challenge came on, she still she was still screaming. He twisted her lips and told her to shut up. And everybody was like, "It was her." Everybody kept commenting, "It was her that was like he twisted the hell out of her lips." She won't do that shit again.
mhm. Let me ask y'all this: did y'all catch a lot of the how she played with the imagery and a lot of the performances? Um, as far as it comes to like African spirituality and stuff, because that was something I noticed when she had like um it was one, I don't know what set it was. It may have been like in the first little set, but it was like the lights were like in the shape of like a moon, and it was very similar to like the Orishas and stuff like that, and like Yoruba
Yeah, I saw it.
spirituality and
Yeah,
stuff like that. I I really enjoyed that. Um, or I enjoy how she brings elements of her personal life because everybody knows that Beyonce is very, very private. But I like when she brings elements of her personal life into her craft and into her artistry. And it's not all, um, it's not all in your face like this is what this is. Like it's just if you have an eye for the subtleties of those types of things, you'll pick up on it, and if you don't, then you don't. And it's not, and she's not trying to force it on anybody. It's just it was just interesting to see. I liked that. I like to see that. What else did y'all
I
like?
seen the moon part. Um, what else did I like? I like the love on top with the fans participation. That was really cool. Um, also, I liked at the end part where she had her dancers come out and they did their little Vogue thing or whatever. Honey Balenciaga came out and did his thing or whatever. That was really cool.
Yeah, I like that she there were so many other um sectors, I guess you can call them, of entertainment and just areas of entertainment that aren't often shown the spotlight on in that way. And we all know that Renaissance is, for us or whatever. But I love that she's really just putting it on display because I mean, we know because we're a part of that world, but maybe the mainstream audience doesn't know or didn't know until this album about like voguing and in house and all of that type of stuff. So I'm glad that that lifestyle is getting its due in a sense.
And I think it goes back to what you said earlier when you said if you don't recognize it, okay, great. What was for you, you got.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you're a part of another community, you may get something else. Another community, you may get something else. So, yeah, I see where she kind of blended lines so that everybody could enjoy it. No matter what. Even if you were just a house music fan, you would
Yeah,
enjoy it
but
because of that.
she does it so seamlessly, and
Hmm.
that's what I kind of appreciate about it. I like to be able to take my own interpretation from things without somebody shoving the meaning of something down my throat. Like, let me get from it what I'm going to get from it because I'm not going to understand or be able to relate to certain things because that's just those aren't my experiences. I haven't experienced those things. So let me just get from your performance and from your art what I'm going to get from it. And I feel like she did a wonderful job at that.
What was the
Mhm.
name of that group that performed Black? What was the name of that group?
No idea. They sang though.
Black Nadia.
Oh, those were her background singers.
They sang the hell out of that Diana Ross song.
They just took me by surprise. 'Cause I didn't know who they were. When I was like, "Is that Destiny Child?" Like, but nah, I was like, "Nah."
Because she usually has the mamas doing their thing, but that group is dissipated.
Hmm. And I don't think they're
So
happy
what did
about
you
it
all?
either.
So what did you all think about the people that were sitting near you? Yes.
Oh Lord, the lady beside me told us her whole life story, and then I'm
Oh,
like, "Girl, you gonna talk to me the whole time, and you bringing everybody else a drink but me?"
all I kept hearing was, "Nobody cares. Nobody cares." I was like, "Milton."
Milton was sitting on the other side of me, and every time the lady would say something, then Milton would say, "Nobody cares."
Cause girl,
Oh my
we're not here for you. Nobody
I'm like,
cares.
the only thing we didn't get out of her
What's our social
was what
security
she gave
number?
from. Yeah, okay,
shit.
she
Nobody
was telling all of her
cares.
business.
We are
I'm
not
like, man,
here for you, ma'am.
ooh,
I
yeah,
was glad, and it just let me know that have y'all really just sat out and thought about the fact that you and that we all grew up in a totally different time? Like, has it really just sunk into y'all that we grew up in a different time?
in
Like,
a
we're a part
different
of
time.
a different time and a different generation. Like, this is not our generations, and we're kind of like, not necessarily things of the past, but this is not like,
Yeah,
it's a different group of youngins out here. And I kind of got that when I saw so many parents bringing their young children, like not 16, like young children to the
yeah,
concert. And we saw the lady that was sitting in front of us, the black mom and her daughter. And her mom was like, "Look, I ain't getting up no more now. Like, you better get
yeah,
everything you need. I'm not getting up no more." So we
yeah,
saw that, and we saw like even the little Caucasian girl. She looks like she was younger than the black girl that we saw. She looked like she may have been like 9 or 10.
yeah, yeah.
But I
They were
just
That's what I
young.
was asking y'all. Like, was she drinking? I'm like, did her mama buy her drinks? Like, what
no, I
the
don't think I know her mama was drinking, but I don't think the little girl was drinking. Um, but it just kind of reminded me like, wow, like this is such a different time to like be out here. I don't even know who I would at 10, 11 years old. I don't even know who I would have wanted to go see. In like a
Yeah,
major concert. So
but I kind of thought about it from a different perspective when I looked at the black the black little girl and her mom that were sitting in front of us. I kind of looked at it as maybe the kids were just there to accompany their parents, because I think like it's becoming such a reality to me now, as an educator, that the 11, 12, 13 year olds uh are what we produced, what our generation has produced of children right now. And so I was like, oh, the mom must be a millennial, or the parents must be millennials or in this age group, you know.
maybe, but I definitely wouldn't have been taking my child with me nowhere. Not like that. No,
Yeah,
you stay your
That's
ass at
just there
home with
with you.
Meemaw or whoever.
because we
Auntie,
had to stay at home.
somebody. Yeah, we had to stay at home. We already knew what time it was when mom and dad was gonna go out somewhere. You stay your ass at home.
Damn shit.
Hmm.
Kids be out with their mom in the club. Shit.
Yeah, damn near.
Hmm.
I had, y'all know my little situation I had on the side of me. Baby.
Oh, the
I had
Oh,
standing
two.
room people. The standing room people kept trying to poach some seats.
Right. I had two empty seats on side of me, and they were. It was two. This black guy and this black lady were sitting like 3 or 4 rows down ahead of us, and some people came up there. They was like, "Y'all in our seat," so they got up and they came up and sat beside the two seats beside me. So he sits beside me. He's like, "You mind if I sit beside you?" And I just looked at him like, does your ticket say it? And I'm just looking at him, but I'm like, I didn't say anything. So he sit down and he said something to her, and they swapped seats. Well, I don't give a fuck. I don't want you sitting beside me anyway. So I knew it wasn't their seats, but I was waiting on the people, whoever seat it was, to come. Maybe I seen them girls walking up the steps on the other side. Baby, I was gonna put my flashlight on. Here your seats right over here, baby.
but that must
Get
have
your
been the one of the most exciting parts of the show was when you said that he said something.
yeah.
Because he only
Oh,
had one tooth in his mouth to be able to mutter anything.
because I showed that when he was talking to her, I was sitting up there looking still, looking upside his damn head, like,
And I
what?
was like, is she kissing him in the mouth with them two front teeth was all he had left?
And then the crazy thing to me was when the young ladies whose seats they actually were came, they wanted them to prove to them that those were their seats. Like they wanted to
Oh,
see proof that these were their seats that they're sitting in. And I'm like, it don't even matter if it's their seats or not. They ain't your seats. Get the fuck up.
I don't get it.
But
That would embarrass the hell out of me for that to get up out of the seat, baby.
and I said I was sitting there and it made me think about the Kings of Comedy when Cedric and the Entertainer was saying white people love to go get the usher. I was like, they finna go get the usher on these people or the
Yeah.
whoever, whatever person is working this station. I said they finna go get them because they finna get y'all black asses out of here.
hmm And the people in front of us was like, why they keep bouncing around? Because they had literally been in three people's seats that
Hmm.
whole night.
And I saw the little girl. I told you the young lady that was sitting in front of us was in nursing school. I saw her checking her grades and stuff before the show started. And I was like, babe, I remember them days. I remember them
hmm
days. Still trying to have a
Was that
life.
the two
Hmm.
black girls in front of us?
The one that was sitting on the end, like directly in front of you. She was in
Yeah.
nursing school. I remember. I remember the website that she was logging in on to check her grades and to check um, her. She was checking her predictor thing. It's like you take a test on this little website to see how like you're to see how well you're going to do or supposedly how well you're going to do on the state licensure, and it gives you like a score like you're x percent likely to pass the state licensure. I don't remember what hers was, but I hope it's good. I hope she passes. Good luck to you, girl.
Wherever you
hmm
are, baby, keep it up. Shit.
Hmm. It was a really, really good show. The dancers were great. We saw the twins. Um, the
Didn't
band was
she?
amazing. The pregnant girl that was playing the trumpet, I think she was playing.
Oh yeah,
She was
she was
blowing, baby.
doing it.
She was blowing.
I don't see how she could do it, but she was doing it.
Hmm. And I will say,
I was like,
Beyonce's body is amazing.
whew.
Her body is
When she
amazing,
had
and I don't know
those
if it's
boots on.
because of I don't know if it's because she's like what 42 now. I don't know if it's a matter of age or if it's just a matter of her being tired or some people are speculating that she may have had like some sort of injury or something. But I will say that she's not um like dancing and performing on the level that she used to be. And I'm not expecting her to. I will say me personally, I'm not expecting her to get out there and do all the stuff that she was doing in her crazy in love era. Like I'm just not expecting that. Um but it's just something that I did notice. To me, if I was
I
her,
would
I
say like
yeah, y'all would be getting me sitting on a stool. And
yeah,
I might have 30, 40,000 people dancing around me, but I'm going to be on this stool and I'm going to be singing these songs and y'all can dance. But I'm not finna do all that.
but I think that's what she's transitioning to because like back in the day, like it was more dancing than vocals, and like versus the Renaissance, it was more vocals than dance moves.
Hmm. And she sang, I've got so many videos in my phone that I will not share because I don't feel like I just, go see the show if you
For
want to see the
sure.
show. Like all
For
of
sure.
it's like I've seen a lot of tweets and stuff about people live streaming it in their on their platforms and stuff like that. I'm like, that is it's trash to me, but that's just my views on it. I wouldn't do it.
I I avoided looking at like any footage. Only footage that I did look at was like the at the end where the dancers like they were voguing and stuff like that. That's the only thing, and the only reason I looked at that because I think Honey Balenciaga, it was alleged that he had got in trouble or something like that and got taken off. And he had to miss one show, so that's the only reason why I looked at that. But other than that, everything else was like new to me.
I purposely avoided viewing a lot of stuff too because I wanted to have like real authentic reactions to stuff. So I didn't look at a lot of clips and stuff that I saw circulating around. I didn't check the set list. I didn't do anything. I wanted to have real authentic reactions to the things that I was going to see. And they were like it was a good show. I will say in the hour and a half wait, she was about to lose me. Like I was seriously considering taking an Uber back home. Like an hour and a half. Okay, I was seriously about to leave, and then she came, and I was glad that I stayed and glad that I attended. So shouts out to you,
Yeah,
Denzel. You the real MVP for securing the tickets.
yeah, because we wasn't even thinking about going.
Mm-hmm.
Next time I gotta make sure we don't be sitting in them goddamn airplane seats. We gotta get some more space, baby. I could barely dance.
Well, I do want to be the first person or be the first people to say that Megan Thee Stallion is on stage as we speak.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Mhm.
Now, how do
She
you
is
know
on.
that?
Listen, I have my sources in the concert as we speak.
Is somebody streaming?
They're not streaming, thank God. These will be
Mm,
private videos that we probably won't see on social media. Thank God.
thank you. I just don't like. I
I
don't
just
like
think it's
that.
kind of unfair. It's unfair to stream it
Yeah.
on your social medias because I saw. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'll move right along.
Baby, I want to see
Well, I'm gonna
it.
say what I'm gonna say. So
People that haven't even been to the concert know more about it than the people that was there. But
Man, a little something off topic. I just clicked on Facebook and CNN posted I guess, whatever, a post saying Deion Sanders is refusing to code switch and Black America is noticing. What?
shout out to us for having a whole episode about code switching.
I know.
yeah,
I was like, what?
We really have our ear on the pulse of the community.
Oh, I found video.
go check out that episode if you have not about code switching in the Black community.
Yes, earlier this season.
Ooh.
I see the Braxtons are at the Houston show.
Yeah, they say it's full of celebrities. I didn't really see. I wanted to know like where was the celebrity section at in Dallas. I didn't see
I know.
like on most
I
of them.
showed.
I mean, they would probably have to sit in Club Renaissance or something like that, right?
Well, they may have been
Or
in
you,
like one of the boxes. There were several
yeah,
boxes that I saw lit up, so they may have been in one of the boxes.
yeah.
Um, I sure told my cousin today we were talking. She went to the show in Atlanta, and I went to the one in Dallas. And I was like, I mean, how you feeling? Because I ain't got to go to work on the 27th. So if you want to go to New Orleans, just let me know.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. At
I
this
want to
point,
go again.
if you want to go,
I think they said what was that? Cincinnati had like the cheapest tickets
who the
out
fuck
of
wants to
all
go
the
to
shows.
Cincinnati?
I think that's why they
she
took it.
probably didn't have to stand up there and sing from the chair at that concert.
I just seen like a little snippet. They just showed a snippet of Megan Thee Stallion coming up out the flood, and it was beautiful.
Um, I want to ask something a little off topic as well. Have you
Hmm.
guys have you guys ever just had it with something?
Yes,
Just had what would those things be? What have you just had it with?
Well, like with people or
People,
just like
places, or things?
um
I've had it with people, or I've had it with asking people very clear questions and them giving me very cloudy answers.
Mm.
mm, well, just speaking of today, I had it with Chevy Equinox. I just hate them. They have
Mm.
cut me off all day today.
That's unfortunate.
Also, I have right. Luckily, I was in my brother's truck, so I couldn't act a fool how I wanted to. Also, I had it with like like how we just discussed the Nicki Minaj and Cardi B bullcrap.
Hmm.
I had it with people on Facebook, like grown ass men, just like arguing down, like, "Oh, Cardi's this, all diggity this." I'm like, okay, look, y'all, it's a little fun beef, but y'all act like these people know y'all, so I unfriend them.
I will say I've just about had it with social media, and it came from watching that video of that cute little boy doing like a little blind drink test with his mother. Have y'all seen that
Hmm.
video?
Uh,
Well,
in that box, like
Uh
it was
huh.
like three drinks in a box.
Yeah, there were
I
three
didn't. I
drinks with the
saw it, but I
box.
didn't look at it.
I saw it, and I didn't go into the comments, or I did delve into the comments just a little bit on Twitter, and it was some of the most vile, predatory, disgusting things I have ever read before in my life. And it just really made me like kind of like, you know what? I think I'm good on social media. Like I really don't have to be here anymore. Like it was awful. It was horrible. What have you had it
Well,
with,
I did.
David?
I've really had it with Billy Porter. I've had enough. I've had enough. And I want somebody else to say something. I want somebody to say something.
I too stand with you in just being over Billy Porter and being accosted with these outfits. Who is asking you for this? Who is
Who?
suggesting that you put this stuff on? Because if you are paying them, they're really ripping you off and just making a plump fool out of you.
Especially when you was just online a couple of weeks ago saying you didn't have enough money to pay your rent or your mortgage or
Yeah,
something.
they're about to come get my house.
What do you want me to do?
What?
What do you want me to do?
I just feel like ever since the whole pose thing, he has just really started doing too much.
And I don't
These
feel
little
bad for
twigs he
him.
got bow tied into his head, I just
I don't feel bad for him in any other anybody in any other situation, or even in that situation. I would have some sort of empathy for them, but I just cannot feel bad for him after he told those, as a member of an oppressed and repressed community, you told somebody else that they had to sit down and wait their turn, and that just pissed me off to no end. I was livid that he actually had the nerve
Who
to
he
say
said?
that. He told the trans community on Pose, as far as not receiving any awards and stuff that award season, because I think he was nominated for maybe an Emmy or a SAG award or something like that. But in response to them not being nominated and them not receiving awards and stuff, he told them that it was that he had been doing this for X amount of years and they had to sit down and wait like he had to wait. And I just felt
Mm,
like that was horrible. That was a horrible thing to say as somebody who's a part of an oppressed community. That's crazy. The thing is, you turned around and did the same thing the oppressor did to you, and you just did it to somebody in a community who is more oppressed. So you're, I mean, you're no better than the people who oppressed you, in my opinion. So I don't feel bad for him at all. If they come get your house, oh well, live in one of them outfits.
Speaking of speaking of hoes as well, did you all see the statement that Angelica Ross made about American Horror Story?
I saw the headline. I didn't read the actual statement or her claims about Ryan Murphy. From my understanding, she always had a wonderful relationship with Ryan Murphy. So I'm trying to see what changed.
Yeah, so it was something going on with what's the I guess one Julia Roberts or whatever whoever that white bitch was on the show with.
Julia
He
Roberts'
is
little
trying,
cousin. Hmm.
yeah, he is
Oh,
trying
I
to.
remember the statement. He was saying, I think he was referring to her and Angelica Ross, and he was like, "Ladies, it's time to get ready." And I think the young lady responded with, "Don't you mean, lady, it's time to get ready?" As a way to disregard Angelica
Yeah,
Ross's womanhood and say that she wasn't a lady or she wasn't a woman.
yeah.
And
I
maybe,
think
I'm guessing, maybe Ryan didn't respond the
do
way that
anything
he,
about it.
or did, yeah, he didn't respond the way Angelica felt like he should, or didn't, whatever. I don't know. I'm guessing that's the story. I'm not sure.
Then there was other claims as well that he was trying. Her and Ryan was in talk about doing another season of American Horror Story with the all black cast, and he was asking her for like recommendations on who she would think would be a good fit for the show. She gave out a couple of names, and it went. He didn't he left on red, and she's I guess tried to reach out to him multiple times, and he just never said anything else about it or responded to her. All of that, I just felt like could have been like we could have went without knowing that. We know white people are trash. There's nothing new, babe. Get your check and go.
Shout out to our white listeners.
Hey, hey, but yeah. Yeah, maybe I could have went without it though. I just sometimes I feel like you can't make you gotta. I don't say you gotta choose your battles wisely though, but it would be smart to. Every you can't fight every little thing just because somebody says something. Which I mean, if it's a big thing like somebody's going out being hateful and doing yeah, but somebody being an attitude, being an asshole, and why
I
and the
definitely feel
fact that
like I feel like she definitely has, or she should have said something about the comments that that girl made. Being left on red, mm, you know, but I definitely feel like if she felt like Ryan was um, allowing transphobia to flourish on whatever set that she was working in, that she definitely should have said something. Um,
only
yeah,
thing about that is that I just feel like the motive of it. I'm wondering about the motive because like this happened like over a year ago. Why are you saying something about it now? That's my
oh,
thing.
girl,
I'm kind of
what else is going on?
right. That's like I'm thinking this is like happening as we speak. But yeah. But other than that, that's about it. Don't say. Say. What are your guys' goals for the week? You have any goals or anything? Yeah.
I'm not looking to return to work. I've been off work for a week, so I'm not looking forward to returning to work. Uh, yeah, that's all I got for you.
What about you, Dave?
What was the question again?
Any goals or um, anything you want? No, what do you have planned
Oh,
for you?
well, I guess my goal would be not to return to work. I guess I should say that.
Um, my goals. I don't really have anything set forth. Being honest, for next week, I just want to be at peace. I just want to be at peace and left the hell alone.
Hmm.
Which I don't normally have problems, doing that. But I'm just saying.
Well, for me, I
Mm-hmm.
just my goals for the week is to continue. I'm currently going down a very spiritual type of path. Um, with my relationship with God. So I have been doing like little things to try to bring that relationship closer and bond closer. So I'm trying to. My goal is to continue that, going down that road. Also, to start when my lease is up in 2 months, so I'm just gonna start doing throwing stuff away and getting ready for to move to another place, wherever that may be.
Well, first of
Wherever
all,
it
shout
may
out
be.
to you.
Uh, uh, uh. Yeah, wherever that may
What do
be.
you mean, wherever it may be?
I'll just move to another place.
If we're gonna be honest and let's be real, what do you mean, wherever it may be? Aren't you already set on wherever it may be?
Because this is
Yeah.
only your second attempt to throw this out there. So,
No,
Right.
it's not.
I mean, you can stop cutting your neck off. Ain't nobody finna say where you moving to, but we're not gonna sit there and act like you don't know where you going.
I have
I,
things in the work, and we'll see how it
You
goes.
know exactly
I
where you're
have
going,
yeah,
and we wish you all the
I have
success and happiness in the world when you get there.
I have to
Hell,
start moving, getting my stuff
you don't want to
together.
say
So,
nothing. Ain't nobody got to say where you're going, but we know where you're going.
okay.
but
And
yeah,
Tupelo or Birmingham, wherever, ain't listening to this. No way.
Tupelo or
Or Dallas,
oh,
probably.
okay, you want to throw shots? You want to throw little shots here and there?
Throw your shade phase, bro.
Because I will, baby. Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm like, we gonna dance around it like that. You done told the people you excited at the beginning. Now you talk about wherever we may go. I'm like, the people you love
Wherever
doing
the
these people
Lord
like
may
that.
send, wherever the Lord sends me, that's all I'm gonna
You
do.
love having these people trying to figure you out.
And I don't know why they're doing it because it's no point.
Lord have
It's
mercy.
absolutely no point because when you catch up on one thing, I'm already on to another.
Mm.
But yeah, that's about it, though. Just to do that, and I do. Now I do got a question for you all. Have you all ever done a fast before?
Hmm.
I fast all the time for different reasons or
What type of
whatever.
fast are you going on or thinking
I
about
don't
going
know
on?
which one I want. I want to do like a day fast, like starting out. Like I don't know, like is it like you have to cut out all food or just certain foods? Or
It
what is
depends
it?
on you. What are you fasting
Yeah.
for?
Uh, well, mental stability.
You're fasting for mental stability?
Yeah. Well, not like not like I'm crazy though, but just to be more. I would say like more confident and stuff like that in myself, like that. So something like that.
Is that
Keep your fast.
something is that something that you are so
Well,
let
I would
me
say
so
it's
what
a
is the
number of things. So I'm fasting for like for more patient to be a more patient person. Like more things like to make me better. Like
is this something that you're seeking from God?
yes.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
gonna be
Well,
some.
let's.
Yeah.
So you're
Well,
you're
you didn't say
fasting
that,
to
so
hear from
that's why I
God.
asked you. What do you? You're fasting to receive something from God. So
Yeah.
the idea of fasting, or the purpose of fasting, is to give up something or to sacrifice something. So whatever is important to you. Now, don't sacrifice nothing that's not important to you that you probably wouldn't be doing no way.
Hmm.
Alcohol. Like you don't drink heavy enough to be trying to sacrifice alcohol. Although it would be fine to do so, but you would sacrifice something like Facebook or social media in general, or something that you spend a lot of time doing that you may like. I don't think you would use the word important to you when describing social media, but it is something that you spend a lot of time on. So give up something that is important to you, that you pour a lot of yourself into, that you spend a lot of time on, and then use that time and that energy and everything that you will pour into that, and then pour it back into God. Or like a certain food, like are you going to get some tacos tonight when we get through recording? See, you would fast. You would
Yeah,
fast from
something that
that.
you're actually gonna miss. So social
Yeah,
media will be a good thing to fast from. What's your favorite? You like to go to where?
Either Chick-fil-A or um, lately it's been Chick-fil-A.
So you would do like a fruit fast or something like that. I don't suggest that you do that because you have like a job that requires a lot of strength and agility and things like that. So I wouldn't suggest doing something that will make your body weak, um, based on the kind of work that you do.
So it could be more than it ain't got to be food fast. It could be other things.
Yeah, it could be other things.
you can fast from anything.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I will be attempting to start that Monday. Well, actually tomorrow night or midnight.
Well, I wish you the best. I would go on it with you, but no. Okay.
Look, this is a journey you got to do on your own.
uh Sometimes you got to walk alone. But that is going to wrap up this in great detail section of the show. I hope everybody that's in Houston is enjoying the show. And everybody who has not been to a Beyonce Renaissance World Tour show, you should definitely try to get there. It's a wonderful experience to have. Um, but yeah, this has been another episode of As Told by Millennials. Make sure you follow us on social media at As Told by Millennials and subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening. Is there anything else you guys want to add before we head out?
Nope.
Sit in the seats that you paid for.
All right, then. Sit in the seats that you paid for. And with that, we're going to head out.
Y'all
Deuces.
better come up here and get one of these.
Good night, y'all.
And it's really very simple.